Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the One Stop Wrestling News. I'm Alex and I'm going to be bringing you all of the major stories in the world of wrestling right now. We'll start off with the big news that Jimmy Uso has been sidelined with injury. According to a report from Fightful Select, Uso is currently dealing with an undisclosed injury. While the details of the injury and the length of his absence are unclear, it has been confirmed that Jimmy will not be a part of the upcoming WWE draft. Jimmy was last seen on the April the 12th edition of SmackDown, and on the show, Jimmy's brother, Solo Sikoa, turned on him and engaged in a vicious beatdown of the former Bloodline member alongside the debuting Tama Tonga. We wish Jimmy all the best in his recovery. In further news, AEW Dynamite took place last night in Daly's Place, and it was a noteworthy show, as Jack Perry made his return to the weekly program. Perry, who helped the Young Bucks win the AEW World Tag Team Championships at AEW Dynasty, called Tony Khan out to ask for another chance, and then proceeded to sucker punch the AEW boss. This led to the Young Bucks coming out to admonish Perry before they shockingly turned on Khan and gave him a Meltzer driver. This is the first time Khan has been involved in an actual angle on the show and has engaged properly with any of the roster. It's certainly interesting to see where this goes next. In further WWE news, they announced the rules for the upcoming draft, which is set to take place firstly on the April the 26th episode of SmackDown and then continue on the April the 29th edition of Monday Night Raw. The rules of the draft are as follows. Champions on each brand will be protected and are not eligible to be drafted. As a result, Damian Priest, Becky Lynch, Awesome Truth and Sami Zayn will remain on Raw. Cody Rhodes, Bayley, A-Town Down Under and Logan Paul will remain on SmackDown. Even though their status as champions allows them to go to both brands, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Asuka and Kairi Sane are eligible to be drafted. They will be assigned to that brand if they lose the titles. Friday's SmackDown will feature 4 rounds of draft picks. Each round will consist of the brands making 2 picks apiece for a total of 16 picks being announced. That's 8 for SmackDown and 8 for Raw. It will continue on Raw, where Monday's show will feature 6 rounds of draft picks. Each round will consist of the brands making 2 picks apiece for a total of 24 picks. That's 12 for Raw and 12 for SmackDown. And finally, SmackDown will have the first pick on Friday and Raw will have the first pick on Monday. Also, NXT superstars are eligible to be drafted. And finally, we will give you the full list of WWE releases after the company made a string of them over the last week. The following superstars have been released: Jinder Mahal, Zion Quinn, Xia Li, Sangha and Veer Mahan, who made up the team Indus, Von Wagner, and most notably, Cameron Grimes. We wish the best to these superstars in the future, and it will be interesting to see where they end up. Well, there you have it. That was all of the news stories in the world of wrestling right now. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to One Stop Wrestling on YouTube, and go and check out our other videos. And we'll see you next time for another episode of the One Stop Wrestling News.